Other thing that you will experience in Panama after the week in the diocese ends, maybe we'll end with a little concert, with a big meal, and saying goodbye, going to your bus, and going to Panama City. Normally, like in the week in diocese, you will go to sleep in a hotel. Other people from other countries, like from Peru, from Colombia, Ecuador, Chile, and other countries, they go to sleep in churches or they go to sleep in schools with the big backpacks. But I guess people from the United States, normally they go to sleep in either hotels, so don't worry about it. But I really, when I went to Poland, and I went to sleep in a hotel, I was like, oh no, because really I wanted to sleep in the how you say, in the schools with my friends in the floor. Yes, even after the second day, your back is killing you, but it's a different experience. But let's continue, okay? So you will you will arrive to your hotel and everything. Like I told you, please do not explore the city alone. If you go to explore the city, please go at least with 2 more people, okay? 2 people, and go together everywhere, okay? So you go in pairs, or 3 people go together everywhere. Please, 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 okay? I don't say that Panama is dangerous, but understand there will be a lot of people, and if you get lost, it will be very hard to find you if you are alone. Okay, please, please. Other thing, you arrive to the city, to Panama, and every day, of course, will be a mass. Normally, they divide the city or divide the pilgrims by idiom, by languages. For example, in this area will be the people who speak English. In this area will be people who speak Spanish and Portuguese. In this, the people who speak, I don't know, maybe French or another language. I don't know how they will divide, but it's normally Spanish and English are the 2 biggest languages that they divide everybody. We were all together because it's easy to communicate that way, and they have interpreters who can help you better in these languages, and you will find different volunteers everywhere telling you, here I'm a volunteer and we can help you here, you know, in your language, so don't worry. Okay, and how is every day? More or less every day goes like that if you're a pilgrim. Okay, you wake up, you have your breakfast, and you must have a little backpack. I recommend a backpack, that you bring your backpack with you. Something not very heavy. And what to have in your backpack? Well, like I told you, a little wallet. Like I told you, don't bring your passport, maybe a copy in color of your passport, a copy in color of your identification, and that document where I put where I told you to put your full name, the name of the head of your group, how to contact in emergency to the head of your group, maybe a bottle with water. Because like I told you, we'll walk a lot. Of course, there are a lot of stores there, but the stores will be full of people. Candies or protein bars. Protein bars will be good. Or maybe a pack of crackers in your backpack. Also, maybe some toilet paper or tissue paper. And also, I always put a little of those baby wipes. Yes, maybe it's baby wipes. Why? Because in the middle of your walk, you can grab one of the baby wipes and clean yourself and be fresh again. Don't forget every morning to put deodorant, please. It's very important. After that, you will go to maybe some auditorium or maybe a coliseum. I'm not sure exactly where it will be for you, but it can be an auditorium or a coliseum to receive any catechesis there. It can last between 3-4 hours. You will be sitting there, and then you will be able to talk with other young people like you. You will reunite in groups and we talk. You will pray and everything. Before the catechesis, normally is a mass, or can be after the catechesis, a mass, and then maybe at 1 or 2 p.m. everything is over, so you have all the afternoon to know more about the people, about the city. You can walk around, no, and walk and walk and walk, go visit different shrines, visit different churches, and it will be a nice experience. Or just go walk to find a place to sit and talk. It's a beautiful time, to sit and talk with other people, to sit and talk with maybe the people next to you, maybe your mother, maybe your sister, maybe your best friend who is traveling with you. Pope Francis says, go to the, how you say, periferias, to the far, to the periphery. How do you say periphery? To the periphery? Go to the far place in the air to find the people, and to bring them to the church. But sometimes people who is next to us, maybe like I told you, your sister, your friend, are too close to us, but they are too close and too far at the same time. They don't know you and you don't know them. Now will be a time where you have time to will be a time where you have time to know the people more. You can talk more. You can enjoy more about the fact to walk with somebody. I think that's something that, for example, I was in New York like a week ago, and I saw people walking like crazy, and they don't talk to each other. They were walking. Even we're in pairs or we're in groups walking. They were talking, and keep walking, like robots, like I don't know how can I explain to you. And they don't walk slow and talk and laugh and explore together. You can explore together. You can eat together, try new food together. It's like you will come back to your human basics things, a new experience, to try new food that you like and laugh, and maybe you can know, yes, my mother used to prepare this, or my father used to prepare this, and you can know more about the people around you, and maybe you can start to love more your friend, start to love more your mother, start to love more the people who is around you. Maybe you will know people from, I don't know, maybe you are from United States, you will know people from Australia who has your same name or have same experiences like you, and they live their faith like you, and you will start a friendship maybe forever with somebody who lives from so far away from you. And that's why, for example, in my Facebook, my personal Facebook, so people ask me how you have friends people ask me why you have friends from so far, because I'm from Peru, and I have friends, of course, that I made here in United States, but I have friends who are from Brazil, a lot from Brazil, because I was in Warrior Day in Brazil. I have friends in Mexico, I have friends in Costa Rica, I have friends in Nicaragua, I have friends in France, I have friends in Spain, in Australia, in Germany, and I made friends in Poland. In Poland, no, I didn't make friends in Poland. No. But in Philippines too, and they are so far away from the world, but we are still connected and together, and I feel them very close to me because they live the faith with the same strength that I live, and it's. When you find this, it's like, wow, it's somebody who, for example, this happens to me with a girl from Portugal. Her name is Leonor, and we were in very dark night in Brazil, and we were waiting for the bus, and it was almost midnight. It was very dark in the night. We were very nervous, and all the group take a bus, but I was not really sure that bus will take us, and I was saying, I want to take a bus that I don't know where it will take us. Maybe we can find a taxi cab, and they both said, no, we will be together alone here. We will pray to the Virgin to send us somebody to help us. And the whole group took the bus, and I was in my way to go with the group, or left these two girls from Portugal alone. One of them was Leonor, and In the bus they are going 5. I prefer to stay with these 2 alone. At least we are, they go 5, and we here we stay 3 together. We'll not let these 2 girls go alone too. So I asked them, you say that you will stay here alone in the street, asking for the lady to send a taxi cab for you? And they say yes. And what they grab in that moment, they grab a rosary. And they start to pray to Our Lady, to Our Lady of Fatima. Please send us a taxi because we are afraid. Can you understand me? Normally you say, hey, please go, so send me a bus soon, but they have that faith that they say, if they know, no, they think, they know for sure that if they pray the rosary with faith to Virgin of Fatima, she will send to us a taxi cab for us. And actually, I started to pray with them, and I don't know why in that moment I turned my head and I saw was like a discotheque or something. And I remember when I was young, that in the door of all the discotheques there are always taxi cabs because they need to bring the people who is drunk to their homes. So I said, follow me. And they said, really? Follow me. And they followed me. And they were keeping praying, you know, Our Father and the Hail Mary, you know. But they were praying in Portuguese. And I found like a line of taxis, and in the street where we're standing up were no any cab. So we find this line of taxi cab, and I found one of them. I was looking at the faces of all of them, and then I found one of them that have a Virgin Mary hanging in the mirror. And I said, okay, let's go here. And I told him, please take. I showed the address and told him, take us to Cosmevelo, to the Cristo Corcovado monument. And he said, okay. And we jump into the cab with him. And I started to talk with him in Portuguese a lot. I was speaking with him in Portuguese so much that he was believing that I was from Brazil, even I'm from Peru. And I speak only Spanish, but like I told you, when I arrived to Brazil, I discovered the gift of tongues, like, because I don't know how I started to speak Portuguese that well, really I don't know. The guy started to believe that I was from Rio de Janeiro. I was like, oh, yes, I'm from Rio. But a little lie, because you know, you don't want that a stranger knows that you are a foreigner, and you know, 2 alone women in a taxi with a taxi driver. You were like, I wanted that the taxi driver believe that we were from Rio, and that's it. And we finally arrived there to Cosmevelo, and the girl says, you see, the Virgin helped us to find a good taxi driver to bring us safe here to home. And I was so surprised. I was like, wow, it's okay. I believe in Virgin Mary, I believe in God, but their faith was completely, you know what I mean? It's like they knew in that moment that the Virgin will send us a safe taxi driver, because they were praying with all her faith, and they trust so much in Virgin Mary, you know. And I learned that night that my faith must be like that, so strong and completely and total. And like these events can occur to you. You will see people who believe with all their souls, with all their hearts in God, and you will see that those people who says that the church is dying, they are not for real. Those words are not for true. And that's it for today. I will make more videos talking about my experience in World Your Day. Like I told you in the other video, if you have more questions, if you want to ask me something, please put in the comments, and I will explain you more things about World Your Day. And don't be afraid, everything will be fine. It will be very safe. And just and just take everything easy. Okay, kisses, bye.